Good morning, viewers. Welcome back to the channel. I am Birdman Johnson. We are playing Dwarf Fortress. And we're under siege, of course. Actually, this is kind of interesting. All the goblins are green. Hold it. These are all archers. Do they have any that are not archers? Anyway, I already ordered everyone to come back inside. We're closing the drawbridges as we speak. You know, if they only have shooters, I might just roll out the militia straight away. Charge them down. They are. Alright, hang on. Hold it. Hold it. Don't close that one. Let's just see if we can get them. I like starting sessions on a siege. It gives us some action to look at, very first thing. We like a little action here on the channel. Alright, we should lock these. Yes, I see that there is a militia dwarf there. Can't get my throat clear. Oh, couple of them. Alright, fine. Come on. Come on in. Alright, the first few, or at least the first couple, are going to catch themselves in the cage traps. That's fine. We could use a few prisoners. Alright, they are in. They are opening fire. I'm going to turn off job cancellations because we don't need to be seeing this right now. Okay. Now everybody dies. That's it, huh? This isn't really much of a siege. This is sort of a raid. Are they running out of dudes? Wow, look at the frame rate right now. My goodness. The game's running. It's running normally. Incredible. Amazing. Are we done? Nope, not quite. We have some yet remaining. Okay, they're gonna try to get at the one in the cage trap, and they cannot, obviously. Alright, go ahead and run down there. Get the last 4. Not too concerned about y'all getting shot while you do this. Ignore the one in the cage trap. Why are you standing there? Go down. This is not really a fair fight. Okay, we don't need to have these locked. We were never even in any real danger here. Ah, they have left. Okay. Alright, well. That happened. Give me a second here. Okay, anyway, just trying to clear my throat a little bit. Alright. Minor injuries sustained, it looks like. Well, let's see here. Not you. The chief medical dwarf has a spine injury. That's not ideal, but it can be dealt with. Oh, you know what? We already knew that. Alright. Reopen the north, west, and south gates. And then let's talk about what we're doing today. So, coming up here to the 3rd floor. We got a lot of empty space. This is roofed. This is almost roofed. Let me just unsuspend a bunch of things here. Okay. Oh, we have a petition. A farmer guild? Do we not already have a farmer guild? Alright, no, we have a planter guild. That's okay. I know exactly how to deal with this. This is the planter guild right here. These tables and chairs just out here in the field. So for the planter guild, I think we're going to do exactly the same thing, actually. right about there. Yes, I am now interested in establishing guild halls. We have 37 farm workers looking for a guild hall, the Autumnal Dune. And all we're going to do, this is going to be real simple. Let me just make sure where we are. Okay, right here. No. How about not right inside the doors? That'll work. We're going to need more tables and chairs. But this will get us started. And then we can put some more over here. Okay. Just keep ourselves stocked up on some basic furniture items. This will keep them happy and fill out the space a little bit. Never mind that the archery range is here. We will resize this a little bit. How about like that? There we go. Look at them getting all the debris moved inside. That's fantastic. I like to keep the area around the fort reasonably clear. Can be kind of difficult to do sometimes. Okay. And now we got more gear that we can distribute, although we do have some steel. So I should probably start making steel breastplates at the very least. Although I recently got some pretty good advice from an armor expert, and this makes perfect sense that we should be spending the most on our helmets. So perhaps steel helms will be the thing that we prioritize. Anyway, I have a vague idea for what we're going to do with this quadrant at the very least. We're also going to attempt to finish... that's not what I wanted. To finish this. We do not have enough green glass blocks at this moment. How are we doing on glass block production? What? No. Oh, yeah, it's the glass furnace. That's the regular glass furnaces. We don't want them trying to make glass blocks because they just complain that they don't have any charcoal, and they never will, because we don't need to do that. Here we are. This is going fine. I should probably redesignate every single dwarf in the fort as a glassmaker. That would probably be helpful. How many prisoners did we end up with? Not a lot. We got one. Okay, we have one goblin bowman, so that's not even necessarily worth... we'll just put a chain here. How about this llama wool rope? We won't even bother doing a death match here of any kind. We'll just chain him up and then have the militia beat him to death. I think that'll be fine. I need to find something to put in here. Actually... Well, except I need him out of the cage first. So, hang on a sec. We will. This will be faster. Tear this apart. This should be fine. Waiting for the jaguar cubs to grow. They're not quite there yet. And then we can begin harvesting them. At the very least, for the fortress guard. Olan's squad. The cobalt handles, yes. Let's see. Well, since we've been sieged, it's going to be a while before we get sieged again, so let's pick something to attack. Who has things that we want? We're still dealing with fell sports and fell seduces. Let's raid fell seduces. Let's pillage fell seduces. We'll send 30 of our fighting dwarves. Some hitters and some shooters. That'll be fine. Okay. And then I want to finish getting things roofed and begin the layout for this floor. So let's cut there. And I'll rejoin you when that's done. Okay, that took a while. Let's review. This is roofed off now, yes? Hang on a second. Let's make sure. Yes, okay. And we're starting on this. So, obviously, this is going to be a horrendous, needlessly complex kill labyrinth. We have viewing areas here. Oh, I need to finish. I did this and then decided I didn't like how I'd done it. So we're gonna change things over here a little bit. Give me just a second. Because, of course, it wouldn't be Dwarf Fortress without absolutely ridiculous death traps, right? Alright, there's that. So this first room here, we're setting up some stonefall traps. We are also working on an infinite quantity of serrated green glass discs. We're going to need a lot of those for this project. Because the solution to our problems is, of course, to add more things to the map. Okay? So this is going to be a maze. We're going to feed them in this end, and they'll try to come out this end. And we'll see what happens. Oh! That goblin we captured is in here now. He has been completely stripped, except for this rope. I don't know how he got that, but he's got tears as well. He is equipped with tears. This is our new friend, Zom Lancerfiends. He lives here now as the only survivor of whatever that raid was doing. Now, the squads came back some time ago. Apparently we have 2 reports. Okay. Okay. We stole stuff. We stole a lot of stuff. Nothing really amazing. I want them to steal books. But everybody's back, so you know what that means. We're going to hit them again. Fel seduces, Cruel Dawn, Fel sports, Fed seduces. They've got naming conventions, don't they? Dune seduce. Governed by the monster of combat, part of the grisly hate. Ooh, here we go. Well, that has... Well, Boat Hated has 750 population. I don't want anything to do with that. I want nothing whatsoever to do with 750 population. That's ours. That doesn't do us any good. See, seduced bulb, seduced white. Ew. Smooth menaced, crooks hated. We've raided them already. Goblin fort. They've got a couple of books and not a lot of people. Let's hit them. We'll pillage, and we'll hit them the same way we just did with 3 squads. Hello, what are you doing? Zem stop growls in your mostly tattered clothing. You're socializing. With whom? With whom are you socializing? Are you yelling at Keisho Ailtrot, the Sacred Glimmer? Over here, some kind of religious official. Which we somehow don't have yet. Anyway, this is a work in progress. Because we're going to need a lot of mechanisms. So it's a good thing the goblins keep attacking us so that we can keep stealing their stuff. Suspended, I don't care. That's fine. Nope. Nope. Should have enough left for this. And do we have enough left for another one? No. That's fine. Working on that bit by bit. There go the troops. We've suspended construction again. I think the problem is that there's stuff there and they're having trouble moving it. Oh, actually, you know what? We need to not do this exactly like this because we need... I know it doesn't matter, the dwarves can't actually see anything that's happening here, but I would actually like these to be all green glass gem windows so that, you know, in our little role play here, the dwarves can see all the way through. So this is actually going to be quite an elaborate bit of construction here. I don't know if I want to try to do all this in one shot, because this is going to take a while. Stop doing that. But we'll go ahead and lay down as many as we have right now. Okay. That'll be fine. Oop, unpause. The dwarves will enjoy that, right? It's going to take a long time to do all this. We're going to be doing a lot of idling, but also I think we'll just kind of move on to other projects while we wait for all of this to happen. Because we're going to need a lot. I should raw green glass, because we're going to need a lot of that. Cut green glass. Also 0. A lot of infinite tasks happening right now. It's fine. I guess after we finish getting everything roofed off here, we can halt glass block construction for a while. Anyway, I just want to show you what we're working on now. We'll play around with it. This first section right here, I think you can see my cursor, is just going to be traps. We'll have the stonefall traps here. We'll have some serrated green glass discs. No cage traps until we get to the end. We'll put some cage traps over here as they try to leave, and then we'll just wend them back and forth through a variety of interesting kill rooms. Maybe we'll do something with drawbridges. Maybe we'll do something with drawbridges, and the dwarves can have some levers out here so they can practice, so they can have fun anyway, just randomly raising and lowering bridges to kill our captives. Everything we're doing is a war crime, or at least it would be in a good society. But we don't live in a good society. We live in this society right here, in the Ziggurat, which arguably is the best society. It's a great society. Everyone says so. We still have skulls and bones. But we have every tooth. We have so many crafts already, we don't need to make any more. That's really fine. Let's see. What else could we be doing right now? We've got squads and we've got time. Do we hit something? Not that screen. What's close? What's close that we can torment? That's ours. That doesn't help us. Here we go, malign slime. Take those 2 squads. The kobold handles remain here. That should be fine. That'll give them something to do. Our population's at 157 right now. We have somewhat recovered from whatever that tantrum spiral was about. You know, they've got the command in DF hack to fix loyalty cascades. Every single time I've tried to use it, it has insisted that there was no problem. Why is Dwarf Fortress gaslighting me? I don't like it. How are we doing on cloth here? Do we need to queue up some more tasks? Don't. Okay. Gotta come around this way, because if we end up on blocks, it freezes the game for a bit. We got pigtail cloth and some wool. What is all of this? Like, what is taking up space in here? A little bit of everything. So let's do just like 5 of some things here. We need some vests. We need more vests in the fort, is what we need. 10 pairs of trousers. And you know, if we don't need to make cloth gloves. Leather gloves. Why not? How about some leather mittens, too? A nice pair of leather winter mittens. Yes. Cloth hoods. Cloth socks. Yes. How about some yarn socks? Like 10 of them. And how about leather shoes? 10 pairs of leather shoes. Yes, good. Good. All right. Kind of wish that siege had been more serious. That was potentially some pretty good activity. Hey, here's something. Ah, we're out of plump helmet spawn again somehow. How is that possible? Not that. No, not that. How did that happen? Okay. I mean, well, here's the problem. We got 302 plump helmets that we're not using. I guess we're out of containers again. I don't want to make any more pots. It's fine. It's not like we're hurting here. Ratweed. Rye. I want beer. And I want that beer to taste like grain. I don't want to taste the hops. Hops are a preservative. They have no business being the main flavor. You know, when you make beer, right, and all you taste is hops, it's like when you cook food and all you taste is salt. It is the same. You decided that the preservative needed to be the most forward flavor. Ludicrous. Absurd. Ridiculous, even. I would laugh at it. We have a couple of books here on the floor. The Mountain Halls and Beyond. It's a parchment scroll. A beaver parchment scroll. Concerns the Hillocks Pillar Hail. Okay, very well. An offering to the monastery. Another scroll. It concerns the monastery shove notches, wherever the heck it is. It is stunningly self-indulgent. Amateurish at best. Well, if it's stunningly self-indulgent, it probably will be amateurish at best. I do not enjoy self-indulgent media. Which is why I skip many things. Because it stops being art. There's a threshold, and that threshold can be awfully low sometimes. Oh, it's a window. But there is a point... What? Okay. Oh, I see. Where it stops being about making art and just becomes, pardon the language, a masturbatory exercise for the artist. And that annoys me. Okay, we're getting all these traps loaded. I'm a little disappointed they're not putting the green glass blocks in the traps. I'm also still disappointed that we don't have green glass mechanisms. I bet I could mod that in myself. That probably would not be too difficult. We should put some things in behind these. On the other hand, having just a nice open walkway is not a bad thing. We can put in some statues. Yes. Oh, yes. And I don't like that there's this empty space here in the corner. A gold cabinet! No! No, thank you. That's not what we do here. We must have stolen that, because it's not an artifact, and we don't make that. We don't make that kind of thing. Gold cabinets? This is not a conventional fort. Okay? Well, really, with the way Dwarf Fortress players are, everything's kind of a conventional fort, isn't it? Because there's nothing too odd or impractical that a Dwarf Fortress player will not attempt. I'd like to try some really absurd experiments. I'm just not sure how to conduct them, you know? Oh, by the way, the farmers are absolutely happy with the autumnal dune. They think this is fine, being right next to the archery range. The planters, at least, are over here, but the planters have slightly fewer seats. Yes. Unfortunate. I ordered a pig put in here. Like 2 hours ago, real time. The game has been idling while I wait for things to happen. Hold it. What's your problem? What's your problem? I see you're getting hungry. Are you going to make it off the map before you turn around to go get food? Ral Rizananon, the Wrestler. You're a hammer dwarf now. Don't lie to me about being a wrestler. Go. Go get off the map, you liar. Why are they unable? Oh, they're unable to complete them because the dwarves keep walking off the map with our furniture. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That keeps happening. Please, just finish the job. That's all I want. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff going on here. Somebody's thirsty, but we got drinks. We got a lot of plants we're not using. Slightly annoying. Okay. Anyway, the point is things are happening. Now, listen, I'm going to say this again. I don't know what to do with this corner right here. This is one of the smaller ones, because I've counted, right? We are indeed off-center, and you can really see it on this level. It is extremely obvious, okay? So I don't know what we're doing with this. So the, like, 2 of you who ever comment on these videos, it's more than that, but you know what I mean. Drop a comment here. Give me some stupid idea for what to do with this space, because otherwise, I don't know, man. We're just building this thing for the sake of building it at this point, and we need to get higher. We need to get several levels higher. Let's just mark this out, in fact. So here's this. Oh, we can't. Okay, so there's the next level. There's the level after that. 3, 4, 5. Oh, interesting. And then we're not going to be able to continue. Okay, so it's going to be a slightly irregular ziggurat. Okay, that's fine. You know what? 5, 6, 7 levels. Plenty of levels. Okay? It's alright. We got plenty of fort here. Too much fort. More fort than I know what to do with. If we're being honest. Things are being stung by the bees, which is a good sign, because it means the bees are alive and thriving. We have bees now in our little garden area. They are indeed checking out all of the various things that we planted for them to pollinate. Wouldn't mind that mud dauber wasp we had coming back, but just to pollinate, not to build a nest. We don't need a wasp nest on the back deck. Our doctor is still wounded. I am going to do something for the doctor. We're just going to hop into Dwarf Therapist and full heal the doctor. There we go. That seems fine to me. Anyway, not a lot's happening right now with the troops out, so I suppose we'll wait for the troops to come back. Hey, the squads are back. So I ended up moving the goblin out of here. He's currently locked up in the artifact room, sunk into depression, because people were afraid of him. As you might expect, so... You know, when the dwarves see things running through here, they're probably going to run away. I'm not that concerned about it, to be honest. To be honest. Can we install any more gem windows here before we go? No, we can't. Okay. What the heck did I do over here? That's not right. We don't want them sitting on tables. We want them sitting in chairs to eat at tables. Needs sand-bearing item. Are we out of sand? We're out of sand. Well, that tracks. Look at all this. Look at all of this. Okay. Okay, we don't need these. You can stop that for now. Mechanisms are not happening. Porqué mechanisms no happen. I think... Other objects. Copper... No, because they're trying to make them up here. At the mechanics workshop? Well, tell you what. Forget about the copper mechanisms for now. That's fine. That's fine. Let's look at this report. Squads went out. They slipped in undetected somehow and stole things. Copper toy axe, troll fur yarn, water skin, a menacing silver spike, a giant copper axe blade. Well, that's fine. Nothing really great, unfortunately. I believe the other squads are still out. Yes. Okay. But, you know, we took something from people that we don't like. So that's an accomplishment for us. We're going to count that. We did a thing. The piglet finally got bastard. I think everyone's happier having this goblin locked away here with our artifacts that it wants but cannot have. Wonderful. Why have we not torn up these floors yet? Because there are a million other things that need doing. Why are we not doing this? It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's all right. Hey, you don't have a job. Oh, wow. You really don't have a job. Congratulations. You're a weaver and a clothes maker and a paper maker and a bookbinder. Why the heck not? There you go. Go to work. Get a job. Or something. All the dwarves are employed. I don't know. We're operating on some kind of a model of what we might call communism, which is more or less workable at this scale. You know, if you just got 149 dwarves, well, it's more than that, in a fort, that can be workable. Of course, all this relies on me exercising a certain amount of fiat, right? If the dwarves are left to their own devices, they might not appreciate the fact that the glassmakers get these nice chambers while the rest of them are down here. And these floors are not bad. The rest of the squads are back. So I can stop talking about social theory now. Confrontations occurred. So far, no one's died. Honestly, slightly disappointing. Was anything... Okay, alright, we smashed a tooth. We smashed a tooth. We killed a goblin. We killed several goblins. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. And then we took some stuff. And then we took some stuff. Spiked copper ball, that's fine. We can melt that down. A copper spear, we can melt that down. Yeah, okay. Why are we not cutting rocks? Oh, we're gonna need more rock, actually. We do need a mining level for all the mechanisms we're using here. Where do I want to put that? Where do I want to put that? Do we not already have a mining level going? Oh, this is here. Well, this'll work. Right above the forge level. Go ahead and dig that out. Get us some rocks, yeah. We'll do a little mining here in Dwarf Fortress. Why the heck not? Man, as long as we're here. Alright. Is this the last one of these going up this month? No. Yes. This will be the last one of these for this month. Alright, so happy end of July. Fantastic. I've started only doing Dwarf Fortress episodes about a week and a half ahead of time, instead of trying to do all 4 of them for each month, you know, on the first day of the month. Because I want to give you all time to drop comments and make suggestions. And you know, this doesn't require a lot of active effort. Like, I'm sitting here just kind of watching right now, but a lot of the time the game just idles while I'm doing housework or something. There we go. We're getting rocks brought in. That's good, that's good. We'll have those mechanisms pretty soon. And the clothing is getting made. Wonderful. Okay. But this is going to take a long time to lay out. There's no getting around that. This is time-consuming, and they're not cutting the glass. How many serrated green glass discs do we have right now, anyway? 54. That's not going to be enough, because each of these can take 10. Each of these weapon straps. We don't have any mechanisms. I can't even experiment with it. So what we might do is fill the middle of the room, this area here, with the serrated disc traps, and then put some more stonefall traps over here. That's probably a good idea. We're going to need a lot of captives in order for this to be worthwhile, so we'll need several sieges, and we may need to expand our cage trap network. Remember before I suggested laying them along the base of the Ziggurat? I think that is, in fact, going to be the move. Oh, here they come. As long as we're all here. Plague Shame. Dark Humans. Dark Humans. Let's get everybody back in and attack them. We haven't had any contact. It could be interesting to get into a war with Dark Humans. I'm not going to check the map, but I wonder if there are evil dwarves that we could get into a fight with. They might have steel that we can appropriate. You thought I was going to say steel, didn't you? No. No, I knew better. Can't help but notice nobody's doing this. Did we run out of bone carvers? I know that's not true. It's all the glasswork. It's always the glasswork slowing everything down. I don't even know why I bother to keep asking. There's a lieutenant here. A human lieutenant. Lead merge seer. Wavy hair, tall and muscular. Sharply hooked nose, crowded teeth. Okay, well, it kind of evens out in the appearance department. Tall, broad, strong, full head of hair, funny looking. You know, we'll call it a draw on that. Just waiting for all the squads to get back in, and then we'll send them out again. We will send them out again. I know the last few episodes have been pretty down-tempo, but it hasn't affected my viewership that much. These videos are doing about as well as any of my videos ever do, so I guess whatever I'm doing, I'm still doing it right. But you know, way I figure, it's just some pleasant background music, a friendly voice, and something vaguely interesting happening. The book situation is getting worse. They're not putting anything away. And look, where did we find? We found scrolls like on the floor out here. They're just throwing stuff wherever. Dim dwarves, man. Oh, we have a little bit more than 2 cat. Okay. Do we need to geld anybody? No, we clearly went on a gelding spree at some point. We're good. We're good on gelding cats. We have the stuff. Why is it not? Royal jelly honeycomb. Do we just not have any beekeepers? You know, hang on. Let me park you here in the tavern. I've got dwarf therapist up. Let's have a look at our labors real quick while we're here. Beekeeping. We just don't have that many beekeepers. That's part of the problem. Do we have any wax workers? We don't have any wax workers. All right. Farming. Actually, let's do... Animal care. We have no animal carers. We have no animal trainers. Very well. Hunters will now... Wait, that's not true. Why is Dwarf Fortress lying to me? There we go. Okay, beekeepers. Great. We're about to have beekeepers. Please keep the bees. We'll just do like... I don't know how many we need. Probably not a lot of beekeepers. What is that, like 20? 32? That's 32 beekeepers. Okay, that'll work. Anyway. Is everybody back in yet? Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay. Dark Human picks a Plague Shame. Everybody, go. Get out there. Quickly, the season's about to end. And I don't want y'all rolling back in during a siege like has happened fairly recently, actually. Alright. Oh my goodness. Alright, we made a little bit of progress here. Look at that. I went ahead and started putting in the rest of the stonefall traps so that I would know how much more we needed. For the weapon traps, it's a lot, in case you were wondering. This is going to consume a lot of resources because what we really needed here in this fort was more things that are going to take a long time to finish, okay? This right here is a perfectly serviceable kill room all on its own. It doesn't need to be any more than this, but we're going to fill out this whole thing. It's going to be absurd. I'm thinking of a thing with drawbridges. I'm thinking of a thing with animals in cages. I don't even know what all else. Maybe, let's see. There's gotta be... I could set up probably a system to, like, launch debris at them in one of these rooms. That could be fun. Maybe fun for us. Obviously, this is all going to be completely miserable for... Oh, there they are. They come back. Okay, we do have enough to do another chunk on this. All right. Squads are back. Let's see. This was a big attack. Did we suffer any casualties? As long as we didn't lose anybody, you know, whether or not the... We killed one guy and took some stuff. I was going to say whether or not the raid was successful doesn't really matter, but... okay. Oh my! That's quite a few things. No animals, though, unfortunately. Because what we could really use around here is some more animals. Alright. Well, as you can see, it's garbage. But it's garbage that we now possess. Interesting how we attacked a dark human fort and the only one we killed... A dark human pit, and the only one we killed was a dwarf. Very well, I suppose. Please, please, I want to plant plum helmets. I want to make plum helmet wine. Alright, anyway, we made some progress today. I don't think we're going to get too much more done today. So, let's talk about the plan for next time. I'm going to continue roofing over this, and then we'll roof over this. I want y'all to tell me what we're doing with this. They don't have to be good ideas, they just have to be ideas. Please, I got nothing. And we'll continue laying this out. This is just going to be a random assortment of horrible things. Alright? We are putting some gaps here between the stonefall and the weapon traps, you know, to give them a false sense of security before they plunge back into misery. I don't think most of them are going to make it out of this room, okay? But here we are. Alright. Anyway, I got places to be tonight. I gotta do some baking. I'm baking some blonde brownies. It's my grandmother's birthday the day I'm recording this, so everybody say happy birthday to Grandma. She doesn't know what... She doesn't understand what's happening here. None of this means anything to her. But, as we say, bless her heart. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably close enough. Alright, let's wrap it there. Hey folks, thanks for watching. Thanks to those of you who are subscribed to the channel. Thanks to those of you who are not yet subscribed to the channel. And thanks as always to those of you watching this without ever intending to subscribe to the channel, because hey, you count too. Every view counts. We will be back here next week, for better or for worse, whether or not anything's actually happening, with another thrilling installment of Dwarf Fortress. Horror content every Saturday, lots of other stuff on the channel for you to check out if you are so inclined. As always, folks, drop me a line if there's anything you want to see on this channel or anything you want me to see on your channel. Do I have enough? I do! Alright. I'm going to let this continue idling for a while longer. I will catch you folks next time. And until then, let's focus maybe over here. Birdman out.